What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Tuesday MLB edition of my DFS podcast. We have a massive main slate tonight, a few games with some rain around, but really nothing looking like where there could be a cancellation, maybe a delay in one or two games, but everything I've looked at so far looks like we're good to go. Last night's slate was weird. We had two games with rain issues, and they were both like the best games to pick from for bats, and then the pitchers did not end up panning out. Javier on the Astros and Blake Snell were the two really only pitchers you wanted to pick from, and they didn't end up pitching well. Ended up sneaking up in cash games, though, with the hybrid and cash lineups. So not a terrible night, but plenty of things to bounce back from here. I'm going to give you guys a pitcher, two infield and two outfield value plays that I like for tonight's main slate. And hopefully these plays can help you cash out. Ready for a big Tuesday. We have Game 3 of the NBA Finals tomorrow on Wednesday. With a golf tournament also starting up on Thursday. So plenty of things going on this week. But for Tuesday, let's stick to MLB here, as that's the only thing we got going on. Like this video, make sure you're subscribed. I do appreciate you for stopping by. And let's have a great night. So for pitcher, Carlos Rodon is in a good spot tonight. 9,900. He's under 10,000. He can be one of the best pitchers in the league when he's going right. He had a great start to the year, and then he's had a couple of spotty bad starts over the last month or so. But this is a great matchup for him at home. San Francisco is a great pitcher's ballpark. He is a massive favorite in this game tonight, and this over-under is pretty low. So Rodon is in a really good spot. There's a lot of great pitching options tonight, especially guys to pay up for. Manoah on the Blue Jays, obviously, always a good pitcher, but the Royals don't really strike out a lot, so I don't love it. I do love Verlander at home against the Mariners. He's always due for a 50 spot. So if you have the money, you can spend up there. Kyle Wright is in a good spot. He's a huge favorite tonight. Skubal with a fantastic matchup against the Pirates. And then, as I said, Rodon, an awesome spot. So it looks like you want to spend up on pitcher tonight. We're going to have to find some value bats. I do these videos in the early afternoon, so we don't really know any of the starting lineups. But as we get closer to lock, there's usually plenty of cheap value bats that get good spot starts in the top of lineups. So we're just going to have to tune in later. With this video, I'm just going to give you guys who are supposed to be playing, who I really like. Going into the infield, Vlad Guerrero is really starting to heat up. The Blue Jays are the best team to stack tonight. They played really well last night in Kansas City. I expect them to do it again with an awesome matchup against Brad Keller, a 1-6 record, 4.15 ERA. Guerrero, 4,200, but you're spending up for greatness here. He's an elite power hitter, and he is on a great hitting streak. A 6-game hitting streak with 4 homers over those 6 games. Really, there's a great chance that he ends up hitting a home run if he makes contact with the baseball. And the fact that he's on a 6-game hitting streak means he's really starting to see the baseball. He had a slow start to the year, but he's already brought that average up to 254, and I expect him to continue to raise all of these numbers as the season gets going in the hot summer months. So Guerrero, an awesome spend up here tonight. I really do like him at first base. Second base, let's look at Santiago Espinal. He's been, starting a lot for the Blue Jays, and he's really been playing well over the last few games. A nice 283 average. He should be batting 5th or 6th, maybe 7th. Not sure yet. If he's any further back in the lineup, I don't know if I like him as much, but he's got a nice cheap price tag of $2,800. He's gotten 6 hits in his last 3 games with 2 homers in his back-to-back games here. So he's going really well. And then the game, he went 0 for 2. He still got on with a walk, and then he was 3 for 5 before that. So he's really had a great stretch of baseball over the last week. And like I was saying with Vlad, the Blue Jays, it's a really good idea to try to stack 3 to 4 of these Blue Jays in your lineups, especially in cash games tonight, as they should be able to put up plenty of runs here in Kansas City. And then into the outfield, we'll go with a third Blue Jay here. I don't really understand the pricing on Teoscar Hernandez. He has been like $2,800 for a while. He bats cleanup a majority of the nights. Last night he was 3,700, which was a weird price. I didn't understand that. He's going to be more owned tonight, though. He's dropped all the way back down to 2,800. He's been going really well over the past couple of weeks. As you look at his game log, outside of that 1-0 for 4 on June 5th, he was on a great hitting streak, really racking up the fantasy points, as you can see. And usually he bats in the heart of this lineup. So at 2,800, you can make an argument that he is the best value play on this entire slate if he is batting cleanup like he usually does for this Toronto team. I've never seen such a price jump and then a price drop. He was 28, went up to 3,700 last night, back down to 28. We will take advantage of that for Teoscar Hernandez. Then my last play here, Michael Brantley. I like the Astros. They are huge favorites because of Verlander, but it is still an 8 over-under. So Vegas is thinking that the Astros still put up plenty of runs at home. Brantley should be batting second with a lefty-righty matchup against Chris Flexen. And he's a guy who hits for average. He's been doing it his whole career, I should say. And, with the Astros having so much firepower in that lineup, if he gets on base, there's a good chance he's going to get driven in. He's also really hot over the last few games. He has 7 hits in the last 3 games, a couple of doubles in there. He's not going to really hit you a home run, but he can really rack up the fantasy points. At 2,900, all he needs, is 9 to 12 fantasy points, and he's been doing that. He's done that in 4 out of his last 7 games. And they got a great matchup here against Flexen tonight at home. It's a nice value being under 3,000 in the outfield tonight. That'll sum it up for today's video, guys. Like this video, make sure you're subscribed. Let's get after it tonight, and let's keep an eye out on those starting lineups. There should be plenty of value bats that pop up across the page. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. See ya.